Why in the broken Britain cost of living bullshit is going on now?
Just a random one. I'm just cooking a roast dinner and it made me think about I'm spending every bloody day at Tesco. But has anyone noticed the prices have gone up again?
You better take a look at this radar.
What is it, son?
I don't know, sir, but it looks like a giant...
Dick!
Yeah.
Take a look out of starboard.
Oh my God, it looks like a huge...
Pecker!
Oh, where?
Wait, that's not a woodpecker. It looks like someone's...
Privates! We have reports of an unidentified flying object. It is a long, smooth shaft, complete with two balls.
What is that? That looks just like an enormous...
Wang, pay attention.
I was distracted by that enormous flying...
Willie. Yeah. What's that? Well, it looks like a giant...
Johnson,
Yes, sir.
get on the horn to British intelligence and let them know about this.
Asda shopping receipt from 2004 that I'd found in my garage. I posted a year today that I'd found this long badass receipt and my page went crazy, which was great because it set me on my journey of doing creation content creation. Let's do some comparisons. So, first of all, on this receipt, it came to £167 and 5p. So let's recap what I posted a year ago. On this receipt, we have a total of 152 items. So let's do some examples. Pot noodles. So, back in 2004, the pot noodles back then were 48p. They are now £1.10. The best one is the Heinz ketchup. So we know how much just a bog standard bottle of Heinz ketchup is. You're looking between £4 or £5, aren't you? Well, back in 2004, a bottle of ketchup was £1.20 bloody nine.
Welcome to Blighty Blighted, your daily reminder that prices in Britain aren't simply going up anymore. They're going up like a bloody rocket. And I'm not talking about one or two things either. It seems the entire cost of living has decided to head skyward at the same time, while ordinary people's wages are standing at ground level wondering where the hell everybody has gone. You go into the supermarket expecting to spend a reasonable amount and come out wondering whether you've accidentally bought the building. Bread, milk, eggs, meat, cheese, vegetables and all the other basics seem to cost more and more, while the packets themselves somehow seem to be getting smaller. The prices are getting bigger, while the products are getting smaller. It's the only magic trick I don't want to see. Then there's the rest of life. Rent is expensive, mortgages are expensive, insurance is expensive, petrol is expensive, and energy bills can make you sit down before you've even finished opening the envelope.
We are a family of 5 and I just spent £284 in Aldi for about a week and a half's shop. What the actual F? That's ridiculous. That's the most expensive I think I've ever had my shopping. I have been healthy eating and now I know why everyone's fat, because healthy eating is not for the poor. Because £284, normally my shopping in Aldi, if I did around the same amount of dinners, so I think I've got about 10 dinners, would probably be somewhere between 180 and 200. 284.76 my shopping was. I actually am flabbergasted. I'm in complete shock. And we're going to be eating well for the next 10 days, but it might be beans on toast after that, guys.
I went to a UK restaurant last night and I'm looking over the bill. It was a total of £135. So our bill actually came out to £100, but I'm seeing you guys have something called a tax rate and also a service charge. So I'm just curious, why are we getting charged for 2 extra things? I mean, it's not a big deal. I just want to understand. So the tax rate is 20%. So obviously that was 20 pounds. And then the service charge at 12.5% was a 15 pounds. So obviously it made it up to 135. I mean, this restaurant was definitely worth it. It was an awesome experience. The food was delicious. The service was absolutely delightful. So I'm not complaining or anything. We don't mind. You know, we're used to that. We used to go out in America and we end up paying a big tip on top of our big bill. So this is like nothing new. But I was just curious, but what is the point of having like a tax rate and a service charge? I'm just trying to understand. I'm just curious. But if you guys ever find yourself clear out in Norfolk, Nest Farmhouse, amazing. Totally worth it. And it was a very lovely date last night. We were celebrating our anniversary of our first date. I mean, it was absolutely amazing. We had chicken and scallops and ducks and pork chops and amazing potatoes. Oh, nice and crisp. So amazing. Had some non-alcoholic beverages with it. And then some dessert. It was awesome. It was a great place. But yeah, if you guys don't mind explaining to me the point of a service charge and a tax rate on top of your bill, greatly appreciate it.
We were just kids when we fell in love.
Not my video, guys, but check this out.
Good morning. I was just explaining to the staff this morning about some of these prices. So what I thought I'd do is put it on as a video. Just going to explain to you what the two things today. Spanish broccoli there. This time last week, a box of broccoli like that, I paid £9.90. For 6 kilo of broccoli last Friday, cost me £9.90. We buy 20 boxes on a Friday. Today, this broccoli, same weight, Spanish broccoli, cost me £24 a box. 15 quid a box or so dearer than this time last week. Moroccan tomatoes, this time of year, you'd expect to pay somewhere between £6.50, £7 a box for tomatoes. So let's say 7 quid normally. This morning, £20. £20 a box, I've paid for that tomato this month. And the final one, iceberg lettuce, 12 in a box. This time of year, I would expect the normal price for something like that would be £6.60, £7.20 a box, so costing us about 60p a head. That's what I would normally expect to be paying. This morning, that costs £1.10 per head. £13.20 a box.
Talk about food inflation, over 100% in a week, more than. Never been a better time to grow your own.
And some of the food, it's like, Jesus, oh, inflation's going down. Go right down where, babes? Because the prices are going up, love. Do you know what I mean? Absolute joke, some of the prices now for food. Jesus.
Okay, we've got to talk about what's going on with the food in the UK right now. Chocolate is no longer chocolate. We've got so many brands that have to say chocolate flavoured coating or cannot legally even call themselves chocolate like dairy milk because they're so stuffed with palm oil and not enough cocoa. We've got yogurts that used to be a handful of ingredients now stuffed with emulsifiers, stabilizers and artificial sweeteners. We've got bread that should just be flour, yeast and water containing palm oil. But what does this actually mean for our health? Well, it can increase inflammation in the body, so pain can be more noticeable. And chronic inflammation can cause your body to continuously attack your healthy cells and tissues. Your gut microbiome could be affected, so your immune system is affected. Your metabolism is affected. You're at higher risk of cardiovascular disease and type 2 diabetes. You're at higher risk of becoming overweight. You're at higher risk of developing cancer and dementia. Now, I don't say these things to scare you, and I don't say these things as a causation of if you eat these things, you will definitely get those things. But I'm saying that there is a strong correlation and there's endless amounts of studies to show that these things in our food negatively affect our health. Once again, we are seeing a lack of care and effort from the government to actually protect their citizens. Why is our food becoming so processed that it is now affecting our health? Respectfully, it genuinely baffles me why we pay a health secretary who doesn't protect our health.
British folk just let their cultural cachet go down the drain. I'm sorry, man, but I miss the East End Cockney geezer. I go around the East End nowadays and I don't mean to be a hater, but ain't no one speaking like, you are, mate, as a gang. We're the proper geezers. We're the couple of gangs. We're the ones that'll drink a can of Stella before West Ham game, watch the fucking Mighty Hammers and shout, irons, and also fucking get into a little fight with the boys and get covered in claret, mate. When I first heard that sort of stuff when I came to the UK, shit blew my mind. I felt like I was in the middle of a Guy Ritchie film. I'll never forget it, the first time I pulled up to the UK, right? And I must have been playing football on the side. And this one older geezer was just like, oh, fuck, you know, you play football, deal? I'm starting a team around here. Bro, that shit blew my mind. I didn't even know what to do or say. Whatever happened to that, bro? Because
Here's the first one. Since when did 6 Mr. Kipling's jam tarts become £3? That is an absolute joke. Jesus Christ, your standard Nescafe original, just under £8. This robbery has got to come to an end. That's about on the price of gold, isn't it? $5.25 normal price. But if you get one of these con artist cards, the more card, you can have it for $3.25. But come on now, seriously, Nesquik $5.25. That is taking the piss. What happened to these extra small chocolate bars? Used to be 4 for £1. No more, even on offer. Even on offer, it's $1.75 a packet. That's on offer. What an absolute joke. They're small as hell, and they're not worth no more than £1.50 max. Your little Lloyd Grossman sauces again. Come and brace to buy them. £1.50 max. They've doubled in price as well. They're all at it. This is definitely going further up in price. The little glass bottles, £3 now. Even the chip shops used to knock them out for a nickel. That's got less in it, I think. £3.30. It's in a squeezy bottle. Heinz are taking the piss. That, people, is Morrison's. A few more of their rip-off prices. This needs to stop. Team TD, out.
First simple fact, this is a country where the government is borrowing money to pay the interest on its debts. Now, if you knew somebody who was doing that, you'd expect trouble. Secondly, it's a country which has very little power of recovery because we destroyed, largely in the Thatcher era, at other times as well, our industrial capacity. So the ability to rebuild is very, very limited. Then we have trashed our education system. So the talent pool and the proper use of the talents of the country is almost impossible. We haven't got the people who are trained either to do things or at the elite level to think rationally. So there's an awful lot of irrationality and ignorance. Then we have a criminal justice system, a police force which might as well have been abducted by aliens and may well have been. I don't know when did you last see one? And a criminal justice system which is obviously unable to cope. The length of time people wait for trials and the quality of the trials when they get them is atrocious. These all contribute to a general feeling that nothing works. And then on top of that, of course, the transport system, which is utterly congested and falling to pieces. What more would you ask? If someone had cursed the country with a number of horrible things, which would happen to it, those things would be quite near the top of your list.
Okay, so we're at the most expensive farm shop in the UK where the produce is even more expensive than Harrods. Okay, so the medjool dates are £38 per kilogram. And the tomatoes are £27 per kilogram. Okay, the rhubarb is £25.50 per kilogram. Okay, let's go inside and see what else they have. Okay, the Iberico pork is £36 for this. That's your penne, £7.50 for your penne. I have to say, it's stunning in here. Lovely, clean, beautiful farm shop in the Cotswolds. I think some of their items, actually most of their items, more expensive than Harrods. Worth a visit though. Okay, found something very interesting. I think we should try this out. It's a hot cross bun, sticky toffee pudding. Interesting.
Hey guys, mind the fact that I literally look like an egg and I live behind a hotel and there's some kind of free concert going on, but anyway, I just wanted to talk about this because I'm currently texting my friend about it and it's so true and I think we're all going through it a little bit at the minute. But like, why are we working full-time? Or like, in my friend's case, she works full-time plus an additional job just to be able to have the basics, like your food shop, which is, I don't even want to talk about how expensive that is at the moment. You know, your living costs, everything like that, and maybe a few nice things in life, like on your food shop one week you might buy yourself a nice dessert or a bottle of wine. You might be able to go on holiday this year. Like, what? Like, how are we all working full time and yet we're just about comfortable. Like, we can just about have the nice things if we save up all year for them. I just feel like it's so unfair. Like, for me, I've been to uni, I've got 2 degrees, I'm in a managerial position at work, but like, what? It baffles me so much, and I think this is why a lot of people are looking for ways to make additional money, but we're all thinking like, I haven't got time. Like, my friends just texted me and basically said, like, I already work like 2 jobs, like I do not have time, like I don't even have time for myself. And like, for me, this is why I've started a business with Arbonne that's an online business, and I can do that in my small pockets of time in the day. But it's so true, like, some people genuinely, they're not lying, they don't have time, not even time for themselves. Like, they just feel like they're going to work, eating, sleeping, repeat every single day, bar maybe 1 or 2 days in the week. Like, it shouldn't have to be this way. Why is it this way? It shouldn't have to be. And this is why so many people are looking for additional ways to make money without having to give up a lot of time, and that is where network marketing businesses come into play and are genuinely helping people have the nice things in life without having to stress about giving away more of their time to go to work, or time that they don't have to go to work. Like, yeah.
I'm 30 years old. I thought I'd have a decent salary, and I feel like I'm still in ways living like a student, or have this mentality of a student still. Because the reason I'm making this video is because I had a thought, like, oh, maybe I'll have a little tipple, a little pre-drink. Obviously not the cheap vodka that you might get when you're a student, because you really are broke. And before going out and having a fancy cocktail. And it's like, I thought at 30, I'd be on a decent salary, I'd just be able to enjoy my life, wouldn't have to think about a £15 cocktail affecting my budget. But it does, because I don't make enough. And it's just like really, really frustrating. And I know that some ways people are literally struggling to pay for nappies, to pay for food, to pay for heating, and me comparing it to a cocktail isn't probably helpful, but I'm just saying, I want to enjoy something nice in my life and I'm overthinking it. Or the things that feel like treats, you have to really like deep that it has to fit into my budget. A cocktail, a mocktail even. If it's £15 mocktail, you're paying for juice. But it's the experience that we want. We just want to go out with our friends and have a nice time and de-stress from work and everything that's going on in this world. I'm here thinking like a student, like, oh, let me put... I know everyone's feeling the pinch, I really do. And even the people that are making 6 figures, and they can sound out of touch sometimes, don't get me wrong, I know people in my life that are making good money, and they're like, the cost of my spa has gone up, and our food shop costs us more now, and they're shopping at Waitrose or Ocado or someone that is, you know, quite pricey. But it's affecting everyone. I'm just making this video because it really just hit me like, wow, I sound like a student in that moment. I really sounded like I have no money. But then when I put it into perspective, because I'm also trying to save, which takes a big chunk of your salary, obviously, so you feel like you have less money. But I'm starting again, I'm rebuilding, and it costs you mentally, physically, and financially. I am struggling. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I should be on more money. I had to take a pay cut to get a bloody job, and now I make these videos and I'm just like, yeah, the realization of, why am I stressing about a £15 cocktail, a £15 pizza? Before you know it, that's 30 quid gone. And it's like, for me, that's nearly half a day's work.
Just back from Tesco's, absolutely melting. This is all I got, right? These 2 bags, €92 it cost me. I gave my daughter 50 quid to do her own shopping, because no matter what I buy, it's never right.
I'll pick it you know.
Okay. She got this for 50 quid. No, 56. Lads, what's going on? There was a 4-pack of frozen burgers in the freezer when I was walking past, just scanning the freezers just to see if there's anything in it, you know, different, because it's always the same crap in the freezers. €9 for 4 measly chicken burgers. Bird's eye, I'd swear. Maybe, I don't know. €9.
It's really expensive. Always, it always has been.
Yeah, but €9? That's just another level of stupid, like, I mean... Shall we open it here?
Please. You have to try it though.
The tiniest bit now, Ellie, because I don't like celery. We may try golden syrup on celery. Don't ask me. Don't dribble it on the floor now, because that stuff is mighty sticky. This is so wrong, like I didn't have cravings when I was pregnant with Chi, like, so why would I be doing it now? Ellie, that is so bad. Ugh. That is so bad.
I like it.
No, it's disgusting. Is that golden syrup or maple syrup?
Hold on.
Jesus, it's disgusting. That's actually worse than the celery. That's not nice at all. Why didn't you get the proper branded one?
There was no. I didn't see it. Can you pass me my Stanley Cup?
Your what?
My Stanley Cup. Thank you.
I don't see it.
I can see my Stanley Cup though, if you don't see it.
So yeah, that was our shopping trip. I'm just done with the price of stuff. It's just ridiculous. I'm over it. Like, I know the price of steak has gone through the roof lately, but I didn't think the mince as well would be gone through the roof. It's absolutely, I know it's the same type of meat, like, but it's £9 nearly for a thing of mince. Small one at that. Jesus, I'm sweating. I have to take these off. And I also went into the chemist to get some, I think it's the Fibogel tablets, whatever they are. €12. €12. They were not that price the last time.
What?
The tablets I got in the chemist.
What tablets?
Tablets. Clean that up there, so before you start putting your stuff in.
Oh, yeah.
Let me show you what we'll pack for a single person coming into the Bexhill or Battle Food Bank. So we believe that every person should have a choice in what they're getting. So we go through this little double-sided form with them to find out the things they do and they don't like. So you're never going to find that we're saying, take this, this is all you can have. But yeah, let me go through the list and see you. So we're going to give them either a carton of juice or one of squash, some kind of breakfast cereal, and we'll ask them what they like. Always long life milk, 1 carton for a single person. Pasta rice noodles, we have the choice, so around 500 grams of that. Tinned rice pudding or custard, so the person will get a carton of that. Tinned tomatoes, they're going to get one of those. Tinned vegetables, 2 of those. Obviously we'll try to give them some variety. We normally have carrots, peas and sweet corn. We'll also give them some pulses. That's really nice to be able to bulk things out. Lentils, chickpeas, that kind of thing. Baked beans, you get 2 of those in your parcel. Parcels are all devised to be sort of 3 days food, nutritionally complete. So, you know, yes, it's not going to be perhaps your most interesting diet in the world, but it is going to give you all the nutrients you want if you combine it in the right ways. Perhaps by having cereal with your long life milk and a glass of juice for breakfast, and then your lunch, you know, it might be something like pasta with, I haven't shown you yet, but pasta sauce. And in there you could put some of the tinned vegetables. We also always do tinned meat. So I've got meatballs and what's this, stewing beef casserole here. But there might be hot dogs or something like that you can chop into it. And then similar again for dinner. We've always got soup. So you get a couple of soup as a single person. And if you're having soup, you're probably going to want some bread to go with that. So we give you fresh bread. And we have a choice of brown or white normally. Let's have a little treat. We're going to have a cup of tea or something. So we need some tea and some biscuits. And if you don't fancy a plain biscuit, why not have what we call a sweet treat? If you do have a sweet tooth, we'll give you some sugar. That's not one we pack as standard, but we'll ask you about it. And again, we always have fresh eggs. We also tend to have table sauces, so we might have something like mayo or ketchup, something to go on your bread if you want to make a sandwich or some toast, peanut butter, honey, Marmite, jam, a whole different selection. Tuna, if you've got your mayo, you might have mixed it with that, your sweet corn, some cold pasta, you've got a really nice meal there already. Fruit cocktail, absolute essential, toilet roll. We also have a variety of toiletries and household items that we can give to you, and again we'll talk through what you want. So it might be that you need some washing up liquid, or you might need some black bin bags, some deodorant, shampoo, toothpaste and washing sheets. So you get a really good selection there. Well, last thing I forgot to mention, ready mash. Or maybe you went for tin potatoes, or maybe you went for fresh potatoes, because we also always have a fully stocked area with fresh fruit and veg where you can help yourself. You can help yourself to things we call randoms, and also obviously any sanitary things you need, baby food. If we've got toiletries that are sort of outside the norm, maybe skincare or makeup, you can help yourself to that. So there's absolutely loads of choice. I think you'll agree, for 3 days food, I mean, single paper, people tell us all the time, you can last a week on it. You just maybe need to top up with a little bit more milk. But you get a really good choice here, because it is all about dignity. When you're having a hard time and you need to come and use the food bank, you don't want someone looking down on you and saying, tomato soup's all you can have. You hate tomato soup? Don't have it. So if you're in need, you're living in Bexhill Battle, the village is in between, please get in touch with us, info@bexhill.foodbank.org.uk. Thanks.
Guys, I don't know, I just need to vent. I need to vent in the sense of the outburst of prices of renting. It's out of control. It is out of control. I do not understand how 2-bedroom house, 2-bedroom flat is going for 1,200, 1,250, 1,005. I am literally, see, I have been checking the renting. I have been checking the renting. If you're one of those that you have mold, like my property, if you're one of those that have mold in your property and you've been trying to move out of that property, like you guys know, I have a health issue. I have health issue. I have lungs, breathing issue. And mold is not good for it. It is not good for it. I have been looking for property to move out of this house since over 2 years now. Over 2 years, and every property I go to check, the state of it is you cannot even let your worst enemy to live in that property. You cannot let your worst enemy to live in that property. And the amount, the prices that they put on this property, it is mind-blowing. It is mind-blowing. Even your wages, it's like you're working for rent. You're actually earning money, earning wages to pay off your rent. That is literally you're paying off another person's mortgage. Another person's mortgage. I'm looking for 2-bedroom house. 2-bedroom house you're seeing is for 1,008, 2,000. What the heck? What the heck? This is just out of control. This is out of control. And the way people, see, I am not saying that, oh, every one of us are in the same boat. No, not every one of us are in the same boat. But still, when are we going to cross that line and say enough is enough? That the rate of which, when I moved into this house, I was paying 850. 850 for a 3-bedroom house, 850. Now, I am paying 1,000, whereby my landlady wants to put it up to 1,005. 1,005. I see. It's as if these landlords, don't get me wrong. I know the landlord are trying to pay off their own mortgage too. But where do you draw the line? Where do you draw the line? Because some landlords are over profiting. They are over profiting. They are over hyping the rent. They are over hyping the rent. How much are you getting paid? How much are you getting paid? Let's put it as a single person. A single person paying 1,002, 1,005. How much is he or she getting? If they even have kids like I do. How much? Talk less of someone that doesn't even have kids. Because I am sick and tired. Every property I go. And another thing that pisses me off. The rooms are like cupboards. The rooms. These new so-called builds that they are building. I don't want apartment. I want a house. But I don't have no choice. I have to keep checking the apartment too. But the apartments, oh boy. The hallway is bigger than the rooms. Yes, the hallway is bigger than... Am I going to sleep in an hallway? Because I still don't get it. The hallway is bigger than the room. And what is this problem of open plan kitchen? Open plan kitchen, open plan kitchen. I am sick and tired. Don't they know that kitchen needs to be private, away from the living room? I don't know, is it me? Because I am sick and tired of all this new layout of open plans. Open plans, open plans, open plans. Every house you go. I went to check a property yesterday. The property is going for 1,250. And literally, the property is dirty. The cupboards were falling off already. Everything there was literally tattered. I said to the agent, I said, is the landlord not going to repair all this? Or the least the landlord would do is to just paint it. I said, sorry? What? Just paint it. He's not going to repair anything. And you want the person to pay 1,250.
It feels as though every company in Britain has discovered the same revolutionary business strategy. Charge the customer more and hope nobody notices. Well, people have noticed. You can hear it everywhere. People talking about the price of their weekly shop, complaining about their rent, comparing energy bills and wondering how young families are supposed to save anything when so much of their income disappears before they've even had a chance to enjoy it. And that's the real problem with prices going up like this. It's not merely that people have less money. It's that they have fewer choices. A holiday gets postponed. A meal out becomes an occasional luxury. A new car gets replaced with repairing the old one. A hobby gets cancelled. People stop going to the pub because a couple of drinks can suddenly make a serious dent in the wallet. Eventually, ordinary life starts getting stripped back to the essentials. You work, you pay the bills, you buy the groceries, and you wonder whether there's anything left for actually enjoying yourself. At this rate, payday won't be payday anymore. It'll just be the day your bank account briefly visits before disappearing again. And what makes it particularly frustrating is how quickly we become accustomed to these increases. Another price rise arrives and we sigh. Another bill goes up and we shrug. Another supermarket promotion appears and we start doing mental arithmetic in the aisle like we're sitting an examination. There was a time when you could walk into a shop without needing a financial strategy. Now you've got loyalty prices, app-only offers, multi-buy deals, and special discounts that somehow make buying a loaf of bread feel like negotiating a corporate merger. The people who feel this most aren't necessarily extravagant spenders. They're ordinary people trying to live ordinary lives. Working families, pensioners, young people trying to get onto the housing ladder, people renting and watching more of their wages disappear every year. And that's why the phrase cost of living doesn't really describe the situation anymore. For many people, it's becoming the cost of surviving. Britain has faced difficult economic periods before and will get through difficult times again, but people need to believe that there is eventually going to be some relief. Because if prices keep going up like a rocket while wages struggle to keep pace, sooner or later ordinary people are going to run out of things they can cut back on. You can cancel the holiday. You can stop eating out. You can buy cheaper food. You can turn the heating down. But eventually, you reach the point where there isn't much left to cut. And that's when the situation becomes genuinely worrying. Prices can keep climbing, but ordinary people's wallets don't have an infinite amount of money inside them. Cheerio. And remember, if prices keep going up like this, I won't be asking what anything costs anymore. I'll simply look at it, laugh, and put it straight back on the shelf.